colleagues, and of course, ang ating bisita, no? My first question, let me turn to disaster preparedness and response. As we know, disaster preparedness and relief are always urgent concerns for our people. Year after year, we are hit by typhoons, earthquakes, floods, and other calamities. A week ago, we were hit by a severe tropical storm, and just yesterday, Cebu experienced a 6.9 magnitude earthquake that resulted to casualties. It is therefore essential to examine whether our budgetary allocations for disaster response are sufficient and effectively used. The question for 2026, what is the proposed allocation for the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, and how does this compare with the current year level?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, for 2026, the current allocation for the Calamity Fund or the NDRRMF would be 15.285 billion pesos as compared to the 2025 GAA level of 10.685. My apologies, Mr. Speaker. I was looking at a subcategory. The total actually for 2026 is 31 billion as opposed to the 21 billion in the 2025 GAA. So that is a difference of 10 billion pesos.
That's correct, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Of this amount, how much is intended for the People's Survival Fund and how much for the NDRRM program?
Mr. Speaker, under the current proposal, a total of 1 billion pesos is appropriated for the People's Survival Fund.
Okay, 1 billion pesos. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, what is the rationale behind this distribution? Considering that the PSF is specifically designed to finance climate change adaptation projects at the local level, why does it continue to receive such a disproportionately small share compared to a much larger allocation for general disaster response and rehabilitation? So will that be strengthening adaptation and resilience before disaster strike rather than spending far more than after the fact?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, in terms of the historical utilization for the People's Survival Fund, may proseso po kasi yun. So, the LGUs would submit proposals, LGUs and community organizations may submit proposals to the People's Survival Fund Board. And upon validation of the People's Survival Fund Board, at saka po really refer sa DBM for funding. So, upon conferring with the DBM, mababa po kasi yung utilization rate noong People's Survival Fund. So, more often than not po, actually, they're not able to utilize the 1 billion pesos allocated every year.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Mr. Speaker, how much of the 2025 allocation for disaster funds has been released to date? And how much quickly were these funds actually deployed? Historically, has utilization of the NDRRMF been timely, or have there been delays that hampered relief and rehabilitation efforts?
Mr. Speaker, as of today, out of the 21 billion pesos allocated in the 2025 GAA for the Calamity Fund, the remaining balance is 5.3 billion pesos.
5.3 billion pesos. Okay, on the Quick Response Fund or QRF, may we have the breakdown of agency allocations? DepEd, DSWD, DA.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, may I ask if the query pertains to the 2025 or the 2026 po?
Both.
Both. Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, for both years, the total, yung naka-lodge na po within the agencies per QRF, total 8.225 billion pesos. Out of that, 1 billion is for DA, 3 billion is for DepEd, 500 million is for DOH, 50 million for the Bureau of Fire under DILG, 50 under the PNP under DILG, 1 billion towards the OCD, 1 billion in DPWH, 1.25 billion in DSWD, 75 million in DOTR, and 300 million in NIA. Yun po yung naka-standby. But if they're able to utilize 50% of that, they can request for additional augmentation.
So right now, Mr. Speaker, you just mentioned, Madam Sponsor, ang available pa natin this year is 5-something billion, right?
That is correct, Mr. Speaker, my
So
distinguished
with
colleague.
the Cebu earthquake, you know how much you're going to release funds for the Cebu. Have you been there? Wala pa? Wala pa kayo assessment?
Mr. Speaker, we are still awaiting the total amount that would be required. Pero kanina po, nag-release na po ang DBM ng 625 million pesos sa DSWD at 1 billion pesos po sa DPWH para po sa rehabilitation efforts.
Thank you very much for the quick response, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. For example, in the case of DepEd, which receives the largest share, sila po may largest share, right? As far as the QRF is concerned.
That is correct, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague. Yeah.
How is it QRF utilized in the aftermath of typhoons or earthquakes that damage classroom? Has DepEd been able to quickly rebuild or repair facilities to get children back to school? Are we able to monitor their performance?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, I vividly remember raising this during the committee deliberation of DepEd. Mababa po ang kanilang utilization ng QRF. Out of the allocation for them, yung outstanding allocations for QRF ng DepEd, they have only utilized 19.1% of their allocation under QRF. Mababa po talaga.
Si Speaker, Madam Sponsor, anong reason, what's the reason behind? Bakit? Masyado mababa. Does DBM monitors their performance, utilization nila? Masyado mababa yan, 19%. Or, the only reason I'm thinking right now, baka matitibay ang kanilang classroom.
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, DBM is not aware as to the reason why. But just based off the discussions po during the committee deliberations, medyo mabagal po kasi talaga, kasi most of these also pertain to repairing the classrooms after calamities. Medyo mabagal po yung kanilang pag-bid ng classrooms for the repairs, if I recall correctly during the committee deliberations of DepEd. But we will confer with DepEd and ask the reason behind the low utilization of their QRF.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. On military and uniform personnel, MUP, ito yung binanggit kanina ni Ma'am Laila. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, another large lump sum is for MUP pensions. We honor the service of our soldiers, police, and other uniformed services, but the fiscal trajectory of these pensions has long been a matter of concern because of its rapid growth. Questions. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, for fiscal 2026 fiscal year, What is the proposed allocation and how many pensioner does this cover?
For 2026, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleague, the amount is 145 million pesos.
For how many pensioners?
For a total of 257,600.
Did I hear it right?
257,800 pensioners po.
Because in my record is 463,000. So there's almost half the difference. Almost half.
Mr. Speaker, as per DBM data po, the 145 billion pesos allocated in the NEP, in the GAB rather, would be for 257,874 pensioners. Kasama na po, that's for the whole, that's for all the agencies po. The total amount, as mentioned po, would be based off the list submitted by different agencies and
Thank you,
departments.
Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Just a follow-up. Would the sponsor agree that this has been one of the fastest growing budget items? Is such growth sustainable given our PHP 16 trillion national debt? Ano sa tingin nyo? Ito ba yung pinaka fastest growing budget natin?
Mr. Speaker, by distinguished colleague, the DBM recognizes that this is one of the fastest growing amounts. However, that is because of the pensions are pegged on the salaries. So as the salaries go up, the pensions also go up. And yun naman po yung gusto natin gawin. Mapataas po yung sahod ng ating military and uniformed person.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Just a follow-up question. Has the DBM presented actuarial studies showing the long-term fiscal impact of these rising pensions? Nag-hire ba kayo ng actuarial?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, there is an actuarial study, actually tapos na po, an actuarial study has been done, but not by the DBM. It was done by the GSIS, and that was submitted to the Department of Finance, and the DOF is currently reviewing the said study.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just last question with regard to pension. Where do we go from here, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor? The pension system of our esteemed military and uniformed personnel must be placed on a sustainable footing, not just for today's retirees, but for the stability of our fiscal position in the decades to come. Ano ba ang ating long-term goal para sa ating mga retirees?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, so during the 19th Congress po, there was actually a measure called the MUP Reform Bill. So that was passed on third and final reading in the House. It reached second reading in the Senate. It wasn't passed into law, but the DOF is currently studying as to how to craft the measure for the current Congress.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. I just want to, when I look at the website of DBM, I saw a very interesting a quote, no? Your mission. Let me read the mission. The mission of DBM. The Department of Budget Management shall lead public expenditure management to ensure the equitable, prudent, transparent, and accountable allocation and use of public funds to improve the quality of life of each and every Filipino. So, kanina binanggit mo, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, that the 2026 budget, ito ay pinakamalinis, pinaka-honest, at totoo naman, I agree with that because I attended yung ating mga meeting, totoo naman. So here, sa tingin mo, sa palagay mo, yung quality of life of each and every Filipino, mangyayari ba ngayon because of our budget?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, thank you very much po for recognizing the efforts of the Committee on Appropriations and of the House of the 20th Congress to make sure that the budget for 2026 would be responsive to the needs of the Filipino people at transparent po at malinis talaga. Ang ating pong goal para sa ating budget for 2026 is to make it a human development centered budget. So, yun po yung dahilan kung bakit nagdadagdag po tayo ng prioridad patungkol sa edukasyon, pagdating po sa agrikultura, pagdating sa kalusugan, pagdating po sa ibang aspeto ng paggawa ng trabaho and enabling livelihoods. So that is the goal for our budget for fiscal year 2026 na yun nabanggit po ng ating distinguished colleague na mapapabuti po yung kalidad ng pagmumuhay ng bawat Pilipino. Yan po yung ating goal. Yan po yung ating pinagdarasal na maging resulta ng magandang budget na ating pong ipapasa para sa taong 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So let me read my closing statement. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, as we have seen, these lump sum items represent some of the largest and most consequential components of the national budget. Their sheer size and flexibility demand close scrutiny to ensure that these resources actually deliver beneficial to our people. This House must make certain that public resources are aligned with the national priorities and ultimately responsive to the needs of our constituents. You just mentioned a while ago that that's our goal for 2026. Let's make it happen, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, and to the DBM family. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague. With the help po of the whole House, with the collective wisdom of all the members of the House of Representatives, I am confident po that we will be able to pass the best budget for fiscal year 2026 na talagang tutugon po sa mga pangangailangan na ating mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po.